So this is your home assignment that tells that draw the projection of the following point on the same ground line, keeping the projector 25 apart. The first condition on the HP and 20 behind the VP, 40 above the HP and 25 in front of VP, 25 below the HP and 25 behind the VP, 40 below the HP and 25 in front of VP. So if two plane is like this, okay, the first condition is on the HP. So this is HP and this is VP. On the HP means this position on the HP, and behind the VP. Behind the VP means this is behind the VP. This is in front of VP. This is behind the VP, and this is up the HP, on the HP, and this is below the HP. Okay. Now the first condition is the object is situated in the second coordinate or second. Why? On the HP means on the HP, and behind the VP means this is behind the VP. So this is second coordinate. Okay. So for that, the reference plane here it is called ground plane. So in the same ground plane, 25 apart. So you can measure 25 So this is for quadrant 25. So what we can see in the second angle projection, so this is second quadrant means second angle projection. So in the second angle projection, if we rotate the horizontal plane like this, so it will mixed up to the vertical plane. So on the HP means this point is placed on the HP. If this is HP, on the HP means on the HP, and 20 behind the VP. This distance is 20 So if you see from the top, what you can see, the object is 20 So you can write, so HP, VP are mixed, 20 You can draw a perpendicular line. You can draw vertical line. Okay. So this is your top view. So it becomes, suppose it is A dash. So this is your point A. Now 40 above the HP, 40 above the HP, and 25 in front of VP. So 25 in front of VP and above the HP. So this is first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, we know that the top view is lower and front view is in the upper position or vertical plane. So for that, 40 above the HP. So we measure 40 this point, and 25 in front of VP. So this is 25 darken this point. So this is your top view. So top view means A dash, and this is your front view. Front view means, sorry, front view means A dash, and top view means A. So this is your A, and this is your A dash. Now 25 mm below the HP, and 25 mm below the HP means below the HP, and this is third quadrant. 25 mm behind the VP, that means this third quadrant. So if you see from the top in the third quadrant, what we can see, if this is rotate, the top view is in up position above the plane. Okay, the middle plane, partition plane, or ground plane, whatever you call it. So because this horizontal plane we rotate clockwise, this is your rule. So in the third quadrant, the front view is in your vertical plane, that is lower. The ground this is the ground plane or xy plane, what you can see, xy plane, and the top view is above the ground plane. Okay, so in third case, 25 mm below the HP. So we can measure 25 mm. So this is your point, and 25 mm behind the VP. Okay, now at this case, this is your top view. Top view, that means this is your horizontal plane, and this is your vertical plane. In this case, this is your horizontal plane, and this is your vertical plane. So as because this is your top view, the top view becomes A, and front view becomes A dash. Now in the fourth case, 40 mm below the HP, 40 mm below the HP, and 25 mm in front of VP. That means it is fourth quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant also, the horizontal plane rotate clockwise, and both vertical and horizontal plane mixed together. So for that, 40 mm below the HP. So in the in the vertical plane, 40 mm below the HP means this is below the HP. So if you see from the front, so in the vertical plane, so this is 40 mm, and this one is 25 mm. So this one is 40 mm. So two pointer lie here. This front view, your front view, and this is your top view. So top view becomes A, and front view becomes A dash. So here the both horizontal plane and vertical plane mixed together. So in the first case, this is your A, and this is your A dash, because this is on the horizontal plane and 20 mm behind the VP. So if you see from the top view, if you see from the top view, it is behind 20 mm. So this one is 20. So top view, you can say 20, you can see it at 20 mm. So that means this is your top view. So top view becomes A, and front view becomes A dash. So this is your A dash, because if you see from here, So this is on the horizontal plane. Okay. So this is your horizontal plane. So this is your front view and this is your top view.